Without Keenan, how did you feel like the communication was within the linebacker room?
I felt like the communication was still on par. I felt like the communication was good. You know, it's very sad seeing Keenan leave, one of our biggest leaders, but one of the biggest things that we always talk about since freaking January in the linebacker room is next ball mindset. You never know what's going to happen in a game of football, so the next man in got to be ready for the number to be called.
Any advice that Keenan has given you with taking on more of a role with him out, and then how you feel like you've kind of stepped up and are ready to take on that role?
Yeah, he basically just told me to be myself and trust the preparation that we've all put in together. Each week we prepare like each one of us are the starter because you never know what's going to happen. So it's been a weekly thing with me and Keenan, and I know that I just always had to be ready when my number was called.
You guys as a defense really good in sudden change the other night. And I know you have to run it out on the field. You don't have time to think. What makes you guys so effective in those situations?
I believe it's just us having the offensive back. We know that if the offense gets a stop real fast, that we have to run on the field, and they're our brothers, so we got to play for them and keep playing and put them in a good position. And there's nothing else you can do. It's sudden change, you got to go out there and hold it down for the team. So I think we take pride on that, sudden change, and you're right, we did a great job on that, and it's been fun.
What's got to be different for you guys this week as opposed to the first open day when you were getting ready for Arkansas?
Yeah, it's still just us versus us. Continue to practice like we have a game this Saturday, although we don't, and just communicating that throughout the whole entire team, throughout all the other different position groups. Just show up every day, ready to practice, ready to play like we did on Saturday.
Kind of an easy one, but what was your reaction to the Jal McCoy interception?
Oh, man, that was a big play. Jamal's been working his tail off, and he's been making plays like that since fall. And I knew that he'd come up big time when we needed it the most, and we're down there on our red zone. And as a defense, when we're pinned up, that's when we got to make a play because they don't go in our end zone. So it was great seeing Jamal make a play. It was awesome.
What have some of the conversations been like around the locker room to make sure you guys are maybe a little bit more locked in and committed compared to that first bye week that you guys had?
Yeah, just like I said, practice like we have a game on Saturday. It's Tennessee versus Tennessee this week, and fix all the mistakes that we've had up to now, and just be ready to go next Monday and go play Kentucky.
And then we'll finish there. Jeremiah, as the middle linebacker, you obviously have to have a presence in communication and getting everybody on the same page. Is that something you've had to prepare extra for, or is that just kind of fit your nature and who you are as a player?
Yeah, definitely both. It fits in my nature, who I am, but you have to prepare to that to know the correct things to say and when to say them. And in the heat of the battle, everything happens at a very fast pace, so you have to know that check or anticipate what's going to happen before it happens. So we just continue to work on communicating, and the linebackers are always up in the linebacker room just saying what we have to say when we see it on film. So it's a mixture of both.
You kind of touched on it a moment ago, but I think it's 3 of the last 4 games you guys have had a goal line takeaway. What changes in the mindset, if any? What's different about those situations when your back really is against the wall?
Yeah, right. Football is a game of inches, and when it's down at the 2-yard line, 3-yard line, we know it's us or them, and it's really at that point who wants it more. We're going for the ball, looking for strips, everything like that, and it's just a mindset that this defense has. We do not let them score in our end zone. Appreciate y'all.